Good morning, everyone. I'm Jocelyn, and today I'll be presenting a workplace ethical issue involving sexual harassment and analyzing it using the Aristotle virtual ethics. According to Rape Crisis England and Wales, sexual harassment refers to any unwanted sexual behavior that makes a person feel uncomfortable, frightened, offended, or humiliated, or is intended to cause those feelings. Sexual harassment violates workplace professionalism, dignity, and respect. The case that I will discuss today was shared by a working adult during an interview. The interviewers involved are individual A, a female employee, and individual B, a male colleague. In this case, individual B frequently made inappropriate comments about individual A's appearance. He also repeatedly sent personal messages to her even after she rejected. In addition, he continued making suggestive jokes in the workplace. As a result, individual A felt uncomfortable, stressed, and unsafe in her work environment. After experiencing these incidents repeatedly, she decided to report the behavior to the management through the proper channels. Following the report, an investigation was conducted, and individual B received disciplinary action for his misconduct. Next, let's examine the virtues demonstrated by individual A. The first virtue was courage. Despite being afraid of possible consequences, she chose to report the issue through the appropriate channels. The second virtue is patience. Throughout the whole situation, she remained professional and calm instead of responding emotionally. Overall, individual A showed strong moral character. She handled the situation responsibly and professionally, rather than seeking revenge or retaliation against individual B. Now, let's look at the behavior of individual B. He lacked the virtues of temperance and justice. Temperance refers to self control and moderation, while justice involves treating others fairly and respecting their rights. Instead, individual B displayed the vices of overindulgence and injustice. His actions show that he failed to respect workplace boundaries and prioritized his personal desires over professional responsibilities and appropriate workplace conduct. Aristotle believed that virtue lies between two extremes known as the golden mean. For courage, the two extremes are cowardice and recklessness. In this case, individual A initially felt hesitant and fearful about taking actions, which is understandable. However, instead of remaining silent or reacting recklessly, she chose the balanced path by reporting the issue properly. Therefore, her actions demonstrate the virtue of courage, because she overcame her fear and acted responsibly. For temperance, the two extremes are self denial and overindulgence. Temperance involves controlling one's desire and impulses. Individual B failed to demonstrate temperance because he continued making inappropriate comments and advanced despite rejection. His behavior reflected overindulgence and a lack of self control. As a result, he failed to respect both personal and professional boundaries in the workplace. Another important virtue is justice. Justice lies between extremes of injustice and favorism. Individual B violated individual A rights to a safe, respectful, and professional workplace. Therefore, his behavior reflects injustice. On the other hand, individual A demonstrated the virtue of patience. Patience lies between apathy and impatience. Although she was uncomfortable and stressed, she remained professional while dealing with the situation and followed the proper reporting process. To become more ethical, individual B should develop the virtues of temperance and justice. To develop temperance, he should practice self control over his words and actions, respect personal and professional boundaries, think carefully before speaking or acting. To develop justice, he should treat all colleagues fairly, respectfully, and recognize the rights, dignity, and feelings of others. Through continuous practice and self reflection, these virtues can be strengthened over time. In conclusion, Aristotle believed that ethical behavior comes from developing good character and practicing virtues consistently. In this case, individual A demonstrated courage and patience when handling the situation. In contrast, individual B displayed overindulgence and injustice through his inappropriate behavior. This case shows that virtues can be developed through repeated practice and self reflection. Ultimately, a virtuous workplace promotes respect, fairness, professionalism, and a safe environment for everyone. Thank you for listening.